home sitting on the market is usually not a market problem. More often than not, it is a problem caused by a decision that was made before the sign even went in the ground. If you don't know me, my name is Cindy Bennett. I'm an associate broker with Maison Real Estate Boutique, and I've been selling homes in the Richmond area for almost 24 years. So I've seen a thing or two. So let's talk about the real reason homes sit on the market in Richmond or surrounding areas and how to make sure yours does not. So number one, in terms of why your home may not be selling, and this is probably the biggest one and the most commonly seen one, nuances in a couple more. But you launched at the wrong price. Even a 3 to 5% overage is going to turn the market off these days. We are in a market where people have so much information. They've got so many photos. They've got so much data at their fingertips. They are not going to bother with your overpriced house. They are just going to go down the road and buy another house. Back in the day, people liked to overprice their homes so they had room for negotiation. But what happens now, again, even if it's just 3 to 5% over the market value of the home, that's going to turn people off because people are already thinking the seller's unreasonable. And if they know things are competitive, they're just going to maybe say, like, we don't even want to get involved. Number two, the presentation does not match the price. So just because everyone's home in your neighborhood sold for $650, but you don't have a new kitchen, you don't have new bathrooms, you've got 30-year-old carpet, that sort of thing, you're probably not going to fetch the same dollar amount that your neighbors did who have done all of those things and kept everything up to date. Make sure that the presentation matches your price because, again, buyers now, very savvy. They can see 50, I think now we can have something like 70 photos on some of these sites. Back in the olden days, we could have 7. The presentation also means the agent, right? If your agent is not using professional photos, they're not writing their descriptions well, they're not describing the house well, they're not measuring rooms, maybe doing a floor plan, some of those things, it's not going to stack up to a lot of the other houses on the market that have those things. Number 3, and we probably saw some of this recently when you've got spring break or holidays, Thanksgiving, Christmas, summer vacation, as we get into the end of the summer especially. Putting your home on the market when you're ready is a great idea. But pay attention to the calendar because if you're getting ready to put your home on the market and you find yourself bumping up against Thanksgiving, you may just want to wait a minute. Because the number of buyers that are going to be out there looking on some of those big holidays, travel holidays, big super busy times for families, for people, you are not going to get those buyers' eyeballs on your home. And you really want, no matter what the market is doing, as many people seeing your house, touring your house, looking at it, and getting excited about it as you can, no matter what time of year it is. Reason number 4, maybe you went under contract or maybe you didn't and you knew that there were some things that needed to be done, but you said, we're not going to mess with them. Cool. But you need to price it accordingly because, again, buyers now are savvy. They are not just coming in with a newspaper tucked under their arm, right? They've done their research. They've probably looked at other houses. In a lot of cases right now, they may have offered on other houses and done inspections on houses before they bought them in anticipation of a bidding war. So people now know what they are looking at in most cases. So if you know you've got issues that need fixing, you're really better off fixing them before you list, disclosing or adjusting your price accordingly. Because what is going to happen if people do an inspection, you can't negotiate the inspection out, your buyer walks away, it has to go back on the market, and then maybe you fix it, maybe you don't. If you don't, it's going to come up again. If you do, then you put it back on the market. Still, people can very easily see now, hey, that house was on the market before, what's wrong with it? What happened? I had one of these the other night, and the listing agent kept telling me, like, oh, it's fine. But my buyers and I looked at the history and saw that it had been on the market, gone under contract been released, gone back on the market, gone under contract again, the same thing happened. Well, now I'm thinking that wasn't the buyers. The common denominator was your house, and it becomes a stigmatized listing. Like, it just, everybody wonders, what's the story? And if you think that the general public buyers are not going to think that and just not even give it a second look, you're wrong, because they will just move on down the road and never even ask me, the agent, or the listing agent. That sometimes they just determine in their head something's wrong and they're gone. So if you're thinking about listing your home, give me a call. Let's talk. Walk through all of the steps that you have taken up to this point. Look at the things that you can do to improve the way your house is presented. Talk about pricing. Analyze what the market in your area is actually doing, and let's get your home on the market and get it sold in the right amount of time, so you know that you've gotten the most for it and hopefully had a fantastic experience selling. Give me a call, let's talk, and let's get your home on the market.